They say success is the best revenge. But whoever said that clearly never lost everything because of someone they trusted. It doesn't happen in an explosion. It starts with a crack, a small betrayal, a quiet lie, and then suddenly, the world you built begins to fall apart. And you're left wondering, was it all just a game to them? My name is Ethan. And this is how I learned that revenge doesn't always come with fire. Sometimes it comes in silence. And success is just the beginning. I met Ryan on my first day at work. We joined the company together. Same role, same team, same clueless expressions. He was confident, talkative, the kind of guy who could charm an entire room in 5 minutes. Me, I was quieter. I listened more than I spoke. But we got along. Lunch buddies. Late-night finishers. We even joked about starting a business someday. I thought I had a real friend. But looking back now, the signs were there. Ryan was always performing. He needed an audience. He'd go out of his way to be seen working, dramatic coffee runs, loud brainstorming sessions, dropping names in every meeting. One day he told me, "Ethan, if they don't see your hustle, it doesn't count." I smiled. But inside, I disagreed. I believed the work would speak for itself. Naive, I know. 2 years passed, and I started getting attention, not for being loud, but for getting results. Clients trusted me. Deadlines were met. Numbers improved. Quietly, my manager put my name forward to lead our biggest upcoming project. It was the break I had been working toward. I didn't tell anyone, not even Ryan. But somehow he knew. A week before the decision, HR called me in. They said they'd received anonymous complaints, accusations of falsifying financial data. I laughed. It was so ridiculous, I thought it was a prank. But then they showed me the documents. Spreadsheets, emails, login timestamps. All looked real. But none of it was mine. Someone had gone through the effort to forge everything. And it worked. By the end of the week, I was suspended. By the end of the month, I was gone. The final blow? Ryan took over the project I was supposed to lead. He sent me a text. "Sorry, man. I hope things work out." I stared at that message for hours. I didn't reply. The weeks after that were brutal. I lost everything. My job, my routine, my confidence. I moved out of my apartment and into a crumbling studio with paper-thin walls and a shared bathroom. I did freelance work that paid next to nothing. Most days, I ate instant noodles and questioned everything. But the worst part wasn't being broke. It was the silence. The silence after betrayal. The silence where your phone used to buzz with messages. Where your friends used to check in. Ryan never called. No one did. One night, I looked at myself in the mirror and said, "This is either where you break or where you rebuild." So I started rebuilding. Slowly. I studied every night, marketing, strategy, leadership, negotiation. I learned things I should have learned years ago. I built a small portfolio with side projects, consulted startups, even volunteered on messy campaigns just to get experience. Pain became fuel. And I learned to smile again. Not because I'd forgotten what happened, but because I knew one day I'd return stronger. 3 years passed. Then it came, the message that changed everything. A recruiter reached out. A major firm was looking for someone to lead a strategic expansion project. Someone with experience, patience, resilience. They found me. When I walked into the boardroom for the client pitch, I was calm, prepared. And then I saw him. Ryan. He was sitting across the table, representing one of the other companies bidding for the same contract. He smiled, forced, pale. He stood, shook my hand, said, "Ethan, wow. Long time." I just nodded. "Good to see you." He didn't know I was leading the bid. Not until I began speaking. As I walked them through the strategy, his face changed. Slide by slide, I deconstructed everything his company had planned. I exposed every weakness, every flaw. Not out of spite, but because I knew exactly how he thought. He hadn't grown. He was still playing the same loud game. But I had learned to play in silence. We won the contract. By a landslide. As the meeting ended, Ryan approached me. His voice was quiet now. Unsure. He extended a hand and said, "Well played. You did good." I shook his hand. And with a calm voice I said, "I hope things work out for you." The same words he texted me 3 years ago. Only this time, I meant it. Because the truth is, I didn't need him to fall. I just needed to rise. Revenge didn't come in fire. It came in the silence of a room where I no longer had to prove anything. In the confidence of knowing I had rebuilt myself without shortcuts, without lies, and without ever becoming like him. Sometimes, the best revenge isn't proving them wrong. It's living a life where they no longer matter.